Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Office Hours Live. Office Hours is the regular streamed into our Facebook group and put out onto YouTube channel. It's a regular show where one of the educators, often me, comes on and we talk to you about stuff that's been happening recently and stuff that's coming up within the Zenler platform. So it's a really good place to be, to come in, especially if you're new or you've come back to Zenler because you've been away for a little while. This week I've got David on with me. So hi David, hope you're well.
Hi, Kevin. All good. Super excited to be here.
Cool. So the agenda we've got is in the description for Facebook, but let me just welcome everybody in because we are bringing new people into the Facebook group every single day. It's really great to see the community thriving along, and we're also seeing a lot of people coming back to Zenler that maybe have shelved it for a little while and now are getting back involved. And this is a testament not only to the progression of the software, but also to the workshops that have been run recently and that are continually to be run, which are all designed to get you up and running and get you moving forward with your business. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about those a little bit later on. But the purpose of Office Hours is we do a couple of things. So the first thing is I tend to pick an area of the platform and a resource that we've built for you that helps you when you're trying to learn a little bit more about Zenler and how it works. So outside of the workshops and all of those things that we do, we've got a number of places you can go that can really help move you forward in what you're trying to achieve within your Zenler account. So that's the first thing. The next thing, I'll often do a little bit of a screen share and show you around a part of the system. I'm not going to be doing that today because we've got David in and he's going to be showing us about an upcoming feature. He's going to give you a little taster into what that looks like and what that's going to be about. So you need to hang on to the end of the show to find out what that's going to be. But we'll get straight into sharing my screen. Let me just get my right page up. Here we go. And I'm just going to share. And we're going to get into this right now. So one of the main areas that we have for people that want to learn about Zenler, get more involved in Zenler, is our tutorial site. So tutorials.newzenler.com. Now, once you've got an account with Zenler, then you can log straight into this site with that account. And then you can go in and jump into any of the resources that we've built for you. So we've got our complete guide to Zenler, we've got our quick start guide. If you want a free trial, you'll have seen that we've got pop-ups now coming into your account to get involved in all sorts of different things. But you need to actively go over to this site and bookmark it and make sure you visit here because this is sort of our guiding arm to everything else. And I say that because it links out to all of the other resources we've got. So we've got our social channels, we've got our support area and all of that. So this is really important. Okay, so if you do nothing else, make sure that you're bookmarked on the Facebook page, the Facebook group that you're in right now watching this, and that you bookmark this page. So tutorials.newzenler.com. It's a really important site for you. So when you come onto the site, you'll see that there's a couple of tabs along the top. We're going to come back to those, but we have things running down the page. So the first thing that you'll come to is the Zenler Educational Hub. That will just pop up a little video and that will take you on a whistle-stop tour of what this site is all about and where you can find different things. You can go into Learn Zenler, and this is exactly as it is. I'm not going to go too much into this, but this is exactly as it is. We've created over the years not only the complete guide to Zenler, which is a button by button, how do I do something? How can I create a blog within Zenler? How can I use an interactive webinar in Zenler? That's where you need to go to. You need to go into the training library there and go and find that specific training. And it will take you through step by step via video as to what you need to do to set up that particular thing. Often when people come to Zenler, they've got an idea of what they want to do. They've got an idea that maybe they run a course and maybe they want some form of lead magnet, or maybe they want to run a webinar, or they've got a pretty good idea. So the way that the complete guide is designed is that it will allow you to search for the particular thing that you're interested in, and then you can literally just go through it step by step that way, rather than going through the whole thing from start to finish. Now, we do suggest people that are new to Zenler go through the Quick Start Guide, and the Quick Start Guide is sort of being backed up now by the Accelerator Program that we're running for people that are on the free challenge. So the free trial. So if you're on your 30-day free trial, then you'll have seen a pop-up come up and there'll be a come and join the Accelerator program. And we're currently recording and updating this as we go. So this sort of complements it. So all three areas are really important. The quick start guide is really good because it helps you set up the things that you only need to do once, really. Then you go into the complete guide and then you back it up with the Accelerator program, which goes through building your very first fully fledged system. And all of that is for free. So we don't charge for any of the educational stuff that we provide here at Zenler. And I think that's really important to recognize that. A lot of the time when you get involved in softwares, they'll sort of give you the basics and then expect you to just get on with it. Whereas we not only give you a fully comprehensive library on how to use the platform, but we sort of widen that out within the workshops that we do. So, for example, when we ran the 60-day Accelerator program, we took people over 8 weeks through a complete system of zeroing your Zenler account to a fully working system with email automations, an active community, a lead magnet, a mini course, and all of these things in there. So it took them through. So they've created a process that will help them sell their first mini course. And lots of people will charge for that. Lots of companies will charge for that type of information because it goes above and beyond click this button and it makes this work. And that's something that we're really proud of here at the education team. We've put a lot of time and effort into creating these types of workshops. So you not only know what button does what, but you also start to work out, look, I want to sell a course. How do I create a sell a course? Never really structured one. I know the content, but I've never really put one together. I don't know where to start, don't know how to market it, don't know what a sales page really is, don't know how to promote it. And we sort of help with all of those things as well. And we don't charge for that at Zenler. And I think that's something that we're really proud of. It is something that certainly the Zenler users that have been with us for some time are actually quite astonished by. They're like, we didn't realise this was all available. It's really awesome. I don't have to go out and buy all these other courses and stuff like that. So it's really powerful to do. Now we do it. If you look in any of these, we've got all sorts of workshops here. These are the lives that we're running and presenting at the moment, but we've got workshops on all sorts of things from basic coding to using OBS and other free tools that you might need, through to different marketing strategies on doing email automations, writing blog posts and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff in here for you to go through. So this links through, I think, to our YouTube channel. So this is we tend to put up some of our latest feature releases in here. This one's about survey funnels and branching surveys. A really, really underutilized funnel within the Zenler system, but it's really awesome when you get your head around how it works. It takes a bit of planning, but it's really, really good. So if you want to do marketing that's relevant to people coming in rather than just sort of linear marketing, then go and have a look at that because that's going to really help you out. When you become a paid member of Zenler, we do offer a one-to-one onboarding session for you. So you may have seen the demo sessions that we run that are going on at the moment, in which case if you're thinking of getting a free account or just trialing Zenler, not really sure if it's for you or not, we run those to introduce you to the capabilities of the platform. We tend to do that as a small group. Once you've committed and gone, right, okay, I've gone through my free trial and I've now paid, or I just upfront paid, we do say to you, right, come and jump on a one-to-one session with us, because you're there with an educator who can talk with you about what are the extra features you've got available to you, the extra limits you've got available to you, and also if there's any specifics that you want to use the platform for, we can sort of help and guide you around. If we've got training on that we've already done, that we can point you in that direction or give you some extra support. So this becomes very, very useful. Now, they are restricted to 25 minutes, but normally we can get through a very, very active session in 25 minutes and keep it super focused, super organized. So if you've recently paid for your Zenler account or never been on an onboarding session before, then I strongly suggest that you go off here, You'd have been reminded about it in your account anyway. There'd have been a pop-up come up in there just to say, look, you've got this, come and join here. Here's where the calendar is to go and book your session. But if you haven't, you can get it here, and that will just take you through to be able to book on with one of the educators. And it's well worth 25 minutes of your time just to get that element of clarity there, to help you out. Obviously, Zen's got its own app. So this is not only for you, but also for your students. So if you have people that like to go on the fly and do stuff, then you need to be putting these onto your site and telling people they exist. So obviously in the App Store and the Google Play Store, either one, so Android or Apple, grab those links. Or if you've not yet downloaded the app, go and download it. If you're a member of multiple Zenler accounts, so you might have your own one, you've got the tutorials one, maybe you've signed up for somebody else's, it will all go into the one app as well, which is really good, assuming that you've signed up with the same email. So that's the Zenler app. Now, along the bottom here, we've got some really cool stuff going on. We've got our social channels here that you can go and have a look at. YouTube's a really great place to go and find us if you've not yet found us over there. We have lots of videos on there that don't go anywhere else. So that's worth you having a look at and just bookmarking and following the YouTube channel, because we do a lot of stuff on there. It's a really nice resource for you as well to be able to find the extra bits that you're looking for. So we all know that within Facebook, a live like this is going to disappear in 30 days, right? We know that Facebook are quite proudly reminding us in messages, telling us your video is about to be deleted. Great, thanks so much, Facebook. So what we do is we'll take the recording of this and we'll go and throw it onto YouTube. So if you're interested in one of the live sessions that we've run in a Facebook group and you're thinking, oh, where did that go? Have they deleted it? Has it gone? The chances are it's going to be on our YouTube channel, because they're over there. YouTube are great. They want to keep our videos. So just bear that in mind. But we do have all of the feature release videos go on there as well, which is really important because that will go through that specific update or release. So for instance, when we did the abandoned cart email, we did a video just on that. It wasn't very long, obviously, because it's not a big feature, but it is an update that you can just go and have a look and go, have I missed anything? Is there anything that's come out that I haven't noticed? And that's the place to go and see over there. And there's a whole heap of other stuff as well. So also the David Zenler replays go on there. So on the last weekend of the month, we run a David Zenler, which is normally a 6-hour session on different elements of different things. David hosts it, and all of the replays of those go on there as well. And some of those replays, I've got to tell you, are pretty astonishing, especially when we get guests come in and talk about different things. So we've had branding people, we've had all sorts of people come on there. So really worthwhile going back, because a lot of those won't have dated either. So ones that we did maybe last year, you can go back and watch because there's something there that will really help you out. Along the bottom here, we've got tech support, support docs, feedback, so educational support hub, partners, terms and policies, and showcase sites. So there's quite a lot going on here. I want to really take you through to the support docs, because this backs up what we do on the tutorial site, but it's also a great way to reach out to support. So support@zenler.com is how we can put in a ticket to get technical support. And that's a technical support ticket means you've done something, you've learned how to do it, you know it should do it the result should be a certain way, yet it's not working. And you've tried everything you can to resolve it. Maybe you've gone on the live support desk and it can't be resolved. Maybe you've deleted the block out, you put the block back in, it's still not working. Something you know is just not technically right with this. It's not your fault. Sometimes systems glitch, sometimes blocks mess up. You know, we know that. So we have to give you a channel, and we're really proud of the people that work at tech support to be able to reach out to them. And one of the ways that we do it is via email. So you email over with a little video showing what we've done over to support@zenler.com, and they will come back to you with a ticket number immediately. So it's automated. You get a ticket number come back, which means they've got your request. If that doesn't come back in 5 minutes, resubmit it, because for some reason it hasn't gone through. Just check that it's all going through okay. And then you'll get a reply from one of our support agents. That's one way that we can do it. The other way we can start to explore is by going over to the support docs. So over here, we've got lots of different things that are done in a slightly different format to how we've got things on the complete guide. So some of it's similar, but not quite laid out the same way. So if you're looking to get involved in here, so for example, with courses, if you click on here, you'll see there's 92 articles that are in courses. And again, this is free to access. And you can go through and you can have a look at all of these. So creating your first course with Zenler, lots of writing stuff in there, screenshots rather than just videos. So there is a video in there as well, but it's sort of backed up by screenshots. Whereas when we've done it in the complete guide, it's more just video following, a lot more video. So whatever way you want to work on it, that might help you out. But what I wanted to show you was coming back to the start of this is the technical support bit here. So if you want to go over here and you want to put in a support ticket, you can do it by submit a ticket here. And that will allow you to directly fill out a form that's on our site. So you haven't got to go to your own email system. You can just fill this out and it will do the same thing for you. It is asking and requiring certain levels of information that you need to put in. Your Zenler site URL is really important so people know where it's coming from, and then a screen recording of what's going on or any attachments you need to submit. Goes in the same way into the platform. It just means you put it in via this area rather than going over to your email system. You might not have access to it. You might be on the road or doing whatever you're doing away from your normal laptop or PC, and you're doing it on a phone and you want to just get that request put in, then you can do it that way. So really interesting place to be. Lots of people don't come over here. I'm not quite sure why, because I think it's a really great part of the system, but you know, have a look at that, have a look at the support docs and see if there's anything there when you're facing an issue that might just be able to help you out. So that's tech support for and educational support on this office hours, just to give you a little bit of a run through to see where you can get the help that you're looking for. And all of this stuff, as I've mentioned, is free. So you don't pay for any of this. There's unlimited use on it. You know, if you've got a support ticket you need to put it in. Often people will find that they're putting in a support ticket when it's actually an educational issue, as in they just haven't quite understood how that part of the system works. So they're just using it wrong or expecting it to do something that it doesn't actually do. So it's really important we make all of this really available to you so you can self-serve and find out your problem before you put it in, because it will just save you time. Our response time on the support tickets is it's not a live support ticket, as in there's not someone live on there with you. It goes into a queued system and it's normally within 24 hours normally. Sometimes a bit quicker, sometimes a bit longer, depends on if we've got a busy time of the year, we've got a lot of new people come in or anything like that. But the quickest way is to solve the problem yourself, right? We've got the live support desk that runs on a Thursday at the moment. So we've got an educator that goes on there, so they can help you identify whether that's a technical problem or whether it's an educational problem. And if it's an educational problem, we can guide you to the resource that will solve it for you. And if it's a technical problem, you know, we've got really experienced educators here. They can normally smell it a mile off and go, yeah, that's immediately put a ticket into tech support and they'll sort that out with you. And that might just help you out. So, but if your problem comes up on a Friday, you don't want to wait until a Thursday, right? So just think about that. So that's all the support help and the educational side of things that we can help you with, which hopefully will make your pathway through using Zenler much smoother, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking to make this easy for you, not overwhelming, not difficult, not frustrating or anything like that. We want it to be a really smooth and joyful experience for you. And that's why all of these areas exist. And they're constantly being updated. There's a lot of updates going on at the moment to make sure that it all works really seamlessly for you. So segment 1 of office hours, that's it, that's done. Now, we're going to bring David on and he's going to, you've heard me rabbit on for nearly 20 minutes now. So I'm I'm going to bring David on. He's going to talk to you about feature releases, how we often or have in the past done feature releases, and how they've been presented to you as Zenler members and people thinking about coming into Zenler. And then he's going to talk to you about what's going on now and maybe give you a little bit of a sneak peek into an upcoming release that I think some of you will probably be a little bit excited about. David, I'm handing the reins over to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Brilliant. Okay, so how we run feature releases normally, right? So what we do is we generally just put them into our Facebook group. They do go up on our YouTube channel, but there's very much not any kind of hype around it. So you'll see that Zenler does this. They're quite modest in the way that we do things. We produce some of the quite big features, we put them in the post and they just become part of the platform. And then we do some education-based questions. Me and Kevin and Mammy will do maybe a workshop or something on it. So we're changing the way that we're doing it. What we wanted to do is we wanted to give you a sneak preview of just one little part of a feature before it comes out, just to let you know and for you to see and get excited about this stuff, because we really want a buzz to go around this. So you guys, are you super excited to see what we're going to do here today, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a little sneaky bit of something that's going to be coming out really soon. And whenever we show it, we're only really going to show it in office hours, right? So we'll only pop up here. And this is why it's really important to stay tuned to what's going on in office hours, because it's our regular slot. It's where we announce things and often go into detail. So we put together a little part of a feature, but now things are changing quite a bit. So when we bring out a feature, not only do you get a video on YouTube, but you'll also find things like inside our blog. So we'll produce blog posts to go along with our features as well. And plus loads of other blog content in there that's well worth you looking at. So this is our blog here. This is newzenler.com/blog. And you'll find inside here that there is a lot of stuff like there is Zenler with videos in, live support desk, but we'll also talk about new features that we brought into the platform as well. And you can actually just look at our category there to see any new features or feature release videos and blogs that we've done in here. So this gives you a really good way of finding out if you miss an office hours or something like that. It's a really good way to catch up. And that's newzenler.com/blog, right? So let's now, if we get a big, are people super excited about this, Kevin? Are they in there? Are they shouting from the rooftops to see what we're about to show them now?
No, nobody's shouting at the moment.
No, no one's shouting. All right, let's not show it then, eh?
Hey, oh, Zoe's excited. Well done, Zoe.
Well, if Zoe's excited, then it's worth showing, right? So we're going to show you anyway, guys. So here we go. So what we're going to look at here is a new feature that's be coming out to the platform really, really soon. And this is gamification, right? So gamification is coming into the platform really soon. And you guys have asked for this for a very long time. And the Zenler developers have put a lot of time and effort into the way it looks, and it's still being tweaked upon, but it's enough for me to show you one of the pages, right? So I'm not going to go into detail. That would be taking all the glory away from Rakesh when he does his announcements. I'm certainly going to show you one of the screens. Ready? Let's go. Here we go. So this is the leaderboard. So any gamification system, you get to set points that are triggered for that user upon a certain event happening. So for instance, an event might be enrolling for a course. Okay. Another event might be purchasing a course. Another event might be finishing a lesson or finishing a course. Another event might be getting comments on a post in your community, right? Or liking, or some other people liking your post, and you can then get points. Now, you as the admin of your site, you are able to assign the points that you want to be given to the user. And as this happens, the user, student, will then gain levels, and they will go up on this screen, which is a leaderboard screen, and they will then have rankings. They can see their rankings against other people. And then there's 10 levels in here that they can achieve. So this is a page that will appear in every student's dashboard if you've got gamification turned on. Right? So you don't have to. Give you the flexibility. You can, you don't have to. But what is super cool about this is they can look down, they can see the users. So they can see how many points, like David there, that's me, look, got 1,000, over 1,000 points there. Like Kevin's there, and we got Anne there, 80 points. Jim is at 50 points, 25 for Mary Jane. Simon John is a new user, got 0 points at the moment. So when he enrolls, this is how it looks. So it gives healthy competition, right? It gives real healthy competition for your users. Go, I've ranked this level. Now, I'm going to let you into something else here. You're going to notice down here, the levels. You notice this. You have the ability when a user hits a certain level to unlock something for that user as a well done. I'm going to give you access to this VIP community when you reach this level, the level 4. Or you might want to give them a free course. You again can unlock a course at that level. Now let's take this a stage further. If you have secret or hidden courses in your site, you might create a quick course, not have a curriculum, but put a freebie PDF in there. Right, really super quick, take you less than, once you've got the content, take you less than 5 minutes, right? So you can then say, right, when people hit level 7, I'm going to give them access to that course, and they're going to get the freebie PDF that you can give away. So you don't have to open up your premium content. You can create content for your gamification users for those levels that they reach. And this is a real good way of motivating them, because on the communities, on your socials, you can put this, reach level 7, gain access to my free 30-day plan on how to make $1 million. You know, these are kind of things that you're wanting. Zoe's putting in here. It's exactly what she was hoping for. Yeah, and more, right, Zoe? And more. I can't reveal all of it because I'll get sacked. And Kevin will tell me off. So I can't reveal all of it, but I can show you this page. And what you'll see on this page is it shows recent activity as well. So it shows what's been going on in here, and all that activity that's going on. You'll also see this thing that says here, 1-day streak, right? So what's that mean? Okay, so Zenler has this built into it, the streak functionality. Most gamifications software do not. This means that over 7 days, if a user contributes or get points over those 7 days, they'll get an extra streak point. So it's like worth them. If you're doing a 7-day challenge, post your work, you know, on the community, and every day they're posting it, they're getting a day streak. And when they get to 7 days, they've done a week's worth, they then get awarded these points. So it's super, super cool. Of course, you can turn this off. You know, you can turn gamification off if you want. And you'll also see in the students' dashboard, they'll also have this ability to go in here and just view their streaks, how many they've got. They've got this little button here. And of course, they've got this leaderboard where they can jump in there and they can see all this information on who's, have I crept above? Have I crept above Anne? Have I crept above Mary? You know, all these things in there. And you can see what you have to achieve on each level. So you can see the members in here, and you can see what you need to achieve for each level, and that's on a different page. But this is gamification. This is really a game changer, right? To get a pun in there, but pretty super, super cool. This is nearly ready to go, guys. When we do release it, there'll be a big release announcement. Rakesh will say, check your admin dashboard. This is available for you now, right? He will say that, and he will talk about all the rest of the things that you can do within the gamification hub. You're looking at this now from a student's point of view, right? We haven't looked under the dashboard at the admin areas. We haven't looked at other things that have been added. I can't mention them, but this is a feature that's going to be released very soon, and we're happy to announce it here on Office Hours today with you guys. So I'm super excited. Are you excited, Kevin?
I asked for gamification 4.5 years ago, right? Because the interaction, we talk about interaction within a community and how important that is, building up dialogue, building up all of that type of stuff, conversation. This is sort of another part to that interaction, is getting people wanting to do stuff. And, you know, as the owner of your site, there's another side to gamification that we've not yet looked at yet, which is identifying your most active users, right? And the benefit for that is they then become maybe people that will become community leaders for you if they're really engaged. Maybe there'll be people that become super affiliates for you, but never been an affiliate before. Because the more active they are, the more they're in tune with what you're offering. So you can approach people rather than approach them cold, going, "Oh, would you like to affiliate for my program?" Well, they may never have seen your program. But if you go through the gamification and they're like top level of everything, well, you don't need to guess that question. Are they engaged? You know they're engaged, right? Because the numbers say it. And then you can reach out to people. So there's a lot of things you can do with this information, a lot of things that you can reward people with as well. So I think it's a great way. People like games, right? We've been brought up, me and David have been brought up in the age of the video game when it first came out, right? That's most people, maybe not as old as us. It's natural for that. You've been brought up watching game shows on TV, and all of this thing. It's all do stuff to get points, to get this, to get rewards, and we do it naturally. So to incorporate it into the Zenler platform for your students, it's a thing that gets people excited. Otherwise, game machines, game shows would have died out many years ago. Well, they haven't for a reason, because people like them. They enjoy being involved in it, right? So the gamification ups everything for you, because people will want to get that next level, get that next reward, get that next unlock, get that next whatever it is you decide it's going to be, right? So this I can't overstate just how I don't think there should be an ability to turn this off. I think it should be compulsory, because I think it's going to make such a difference for people in their business. It's going to be huge, right? This isn't just a little feature. Now, remember, if you are on a free trial, you may not have access to this when it comes out, but all of the pro and premium members get these types of updates included in your membership. You do not pay extra for this, right? When it's released, it's included. So this isn't we've bought this out, but by the way, you've got to pay another $10 a month. We don't do that here, right? You get it. That's it. You get access to it on all of your accounts. So if you're a pro member, it's on all 3 accounts for you. Premium, all 10 accounts. So it's a really big deal, I think, this one, which is why it's taken 4.5 years to get it there, but it's there, right? So I'm looking forward to see it. I'm looking forward to getting involved in it, playing with it, and getting you lot to tell us what would be really cool is for the more established members that have all, that are running courses, doing all of these things, seeing what your conversion rates go like when you turn this on. Do you get more people finish courses? Do you get more people participate in your community? Do you get more sales coming through of upsells, cross sells, all of that stuff? Because in theory, the answer should always be yes, and not just by a little bit, but by quite a big bit. So this for me is all about that conversion as well.
Yeah, I think it's having the ability to turn it off. It's not going to be for everyone, for sure. There's going to be case study. I think it's going to be more for the majority, but it's just the way that it just makes it just much better. Even if you don't unlock anything, even if you just have this level of people going up, people like this sort of stuff. As Kevin's already mentioned, this sort of gaming aspect. This is the first iteration, what we got in here. I can see some questions coming in already. Has it got this? People are very excited in there. Tracy, if you didn't see it, we're going to have gamification come out. Tracy Browning, she's a long time a long time user of Zenler. So she's been through many feature releases and realizes that you don't pay a penny extra, which is super cool. So yeah, people are super excited about that. Really glad that Rakesh gave us permission here to show it. And this is what we want to do. We want to get this stuff out to you even before it goes out, and we want to show it to you in office hours. And this is why it's really important to stay tuned to what's going on in office hours. Office hours goes on our YouTube channel. We do chapter market. So go on the YouTube channel. If you don't catch it live, you'll see every point that Kevin's talking about, and you better jump to those sections. So it makes it very easy. So go to our YouTube channel, subscribe if you're pushed for time, or join Kevin live. We always love them live, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it's better if you're live with us, because then we can see what your comments are and what's coming in and what you're thinking and all of that. That's always really nice. But yeah, office hours is the format's going to change very slightly. We're going to shake it up a little bit, do a few different things. And yeah, so it's always nice to pop in here because it's the one that's probably the most erratic, as in what we do in here, than anything else. Because I'll just wake up one day and go, oh, I just fancy doing that today, and I'll just do it, and that's it. So you never quite know what you're going to get on here, and you never quite know who you're going to get on here. Normally I host it, but sometimes Rakesh will pop up. I'll go, Rakesh, you ain't been on for 3 months. Come on, let's go. And he'll pop. He popped in a couple of weeks back. David's here. You know, occasionally my mate will pop in, or one of the others. So yeah, I'm going to try and encourage more of the team to just come in randomly and just have a little bit of a jump in with something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the gamification. I know it's going to be part of our workshops. So we're going to be monitoring that when we do our workshops, because that's going to be a big part of seeing how people are engaged. We ask you to get engaged anyway with what we do, but now we can watch stuff a bit more closely, and you can get rewards as well, right? Maybe the day of the spinny wheel's gone. Maybe it's all about leaderboards. You know, who knows? But yeah, watch this space. There's everything evolves, right? So
Really good idea. Love that. I love
yeah,
that. Competitions based on the points. Fantastic. Then
there
it's
you
up to
go.
you.
So yeah, that may well be how we start moving forward with our workshops. And as you know, we do encourage you all in the workshops to get involved. So to post what you're doing, to share what you're doing, ask questions, and all of that in the community that we've got set up. So you know, this could be part of it. We might not even tell you what adds points on for stuff. You might just have to do all of it to make sure you get maximum points. There you go. Think about that one. I could have some devious fun with this, I reckon. Yeah, some mischief going on.
Maybe we can take things away if people don't do enough.
Yes. Yeah, maybe we
Brilliant.
can do that. But anyway, cool upcoming feature release, David. Thank you very much. So that's great for people to see. I'm not sure we've got many questions come in that we can actually answer. Yeah, promotes daily login. Yes, 100% clear. So amazing, amazing. Anyone can, very excited. Can't wait. Exactly what I need. It encourages engagement. Yes, exactly about the same age. That's when we was talking about the day of the Atari and the BBC computer and the ZX Spectrum and all of that stuff. Yeah, cool. Zoe's loving the commitment to you as Zenler users. Of course, Tracy's going to check it out. It's not out yet, Tracy, so you're going to have to wait on that one. 10 o'clock there over in Oz. Spinny wheel and points would be good, as I can't guarantee what mum will be like. That's all right. You can do no punishment, just rewards. We don't punish people. We never punish people. It's more like a self-punishment if you don't do the work. You're the ones that suffer, not us. So yeah, we're very much about positive rewards in this in Zenler. So don't worry about that. I'm only joking. Cool. Okay, so let's start wrapping up, shall we? As a reminder, just to wrap up for you, I'd just like to let you know what's going on. So today we're on Thursday, so at 4 p.m. today, so in 3 hours and 20 minutes from now, we've got live support desk. So David's going to be running the live support desk. It's on for an hour-ish. Depends on who comes in and does what. So if you are on the Accelerator Plus program and you've got questions about what's happened over the last few weeks, you can come in and jump in and ask questions there. If you're just a normal Zenler user, even on a free trial, hop in on there, right, and ask your educational based questions, right? There is no limit on that. You can come in and ask whatever you like. If we've got the answer, we'll give it to you. If we don't have the answer, we'll try and find a resource for you. And if we really don't have the answer, we'll go off and we'll come back to you, right? Because we don't know everything about everything, believe it or not. So that's running today, as it does every Thursday currently. So good place to be. It's also a good place to be just to listen to what other people are asking, because sometimes it's in the back of your mind, but maybe you don't feel confident enough to ask, or you're not quite ready to ask it yet, but it might answer something for you that you've been pondering on for a while. So, and it's nice just to get a little group of people in there. The Thursday one's normally quite busy, so I'd suggest you get in there quite early if you want to get your questions answered. Of course, we do record those sessions and we put them onto YouTube as a replay. So if you do come on camera, just remember it will be recorded and it will be put onto YouTube. We do that because lots of people have lots of questions about using Zenler, and it's a resource to help people. So if you go onto YouTube, and we tend to timestamp it with the questions that come in. So if people go, oh, there was a live support desk, what have they asked this week? They can just literally zip down the questions and then just go to the bit that they want to look at. So it makes it really helpful for people. So you're doing a service to other Zenler users by coming on and asking as well. So no question is a silly question. It really doesn't matter what you ask. We're happy to answer anything. So, but we won't answer technical questions. So if something's broken and it's clearly a technical break, this is not a quick route in to get into the tech team. We'll tell you to follow the normal process. So we've got that coming up. David, have we got a day with Zenler coming up?
Yes. It's the last day, it's the last Friday of the month, which is next Friday. So we have that. But me and Kevin, right? We got this day with Zenler planned, but I think Friday's a bad day for you, isn't it, Kevin?
Yeah, it'd be better on Saturday.
Yeah, we better on Saturday. It's not good for me on Saturday.
Right.
But
Right,
maybe
what
we
we're going
can.
to do.
Maybe
Okay,
we can.
so
Maybe we can
here's
do
the
it on
thing.
Saturday.
So unless you want to run a day with Zenler last Friday, right? And then our special event that we're going to run, we'll do as a special event.
All
Because
right, let's do that.
I've been
Yeah, because I
promising
think
it
it
for
warrants
3
it.
months.
Yeah, I think it warrants it. I think that's good. So we can call it what we like then.
Yeah.
And that's good. And that'll be a really special one, guys. It should be hilarious, right? Because Kevin set it all up. He's chomping at the bit to do it, right? So I might run a bog standard day with Zenler next Friday, and then we'll run something. I'm not going to be able to do 2 days back to back because it'll be a long one. So we'll plan out when it's going to be, but it will be quite soon, early November. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it scheduled up and everybody will know about it. But the idea behind it is that I'm going to be coming in as a new Zenler user, so a new user to the Zenler platform, and I'm going to be testing David's ability to help me out with some educational stuff that I don't know. And David has no idea what I'm going to ask him, what I'm going to show him, or what I'm going to get him to do. He's not primed or prepped on any of this stuff. And for those of you that don't know David, this puts the fear of God into him, right? Because David likes to be organised, right? He likes to have these things pre-planned. He knows what's coming, and he gets it all organised and all his files put together, and it's bomb, bomb, bomb. He's done, right?
Well, I'm okay with most people, but I know it's you, so
Yeah.
it's a worry.
So, but this is taking him out of his comfort zone a little bit. So it's going to be funny. So I would suggest that you watch it. It's probably going to be anything between 2 and 3 hours long. So it's going to be quite a big session. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I will give David a title of what we're going to call it later. And because he still has no idea what it's about. So the title is going to make it even worse for him because it's going to just confuse him and he's just going to have to go with it. Right. And then we're going to get on with it. And I'm going to love every minute of it. I can't wait.
This is torture for me, right? This is torture, guys. But I'm really looking forward to it actually, because it will be funny.
So something we've never done before, but we'll see how it goes. It could be an absolute wreck. It could put us both getting sacked, or we could both have nervous breakdowns, or a combination of all those things. But whatever. Um, it's going to be good. So look out for that. That's coming up. So Dave's in the end of the month. We've got this special event happening within the next couple of weeks at some point, but we will notify you by email and also in the group as well, because it's going to be a really good event. Live support desk happening at 4 o'clock today. Of course, we've got office hours coming back next week, so look out for the day and time on that. We do tend to shift it around a little bit just to keep it fresh, because we've got people all around the world at different times. So sometimes it's in the afternoon, sometimes it's in the morning, and any combination that we can think of, just to keep it really flowing along quite nicely for people. It's been great to see so many people interacting on this one. Really enjoyed that. So thank you all for coming along. That's amazing. Zoe, not good. Friday, not good for me either. Okay, cool. So all that's left for me to say is have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be around somewhere online doing something. If you're in any of the Accelerator programs, we'll be back Monday and Wednesday for you guys and girls. So look out for the link. If you've not got the link, make sure that you check your emails and you get the link for that, and that you're up to date with those programs. And I'll see you back on the next Office Hours Live. Davey, thanks for coming along, and everybody else, enjoy it, and I'll see you soon.